Hi, I'm Katie Green. I'm going to tell you a story by Mem Fox, Australian author. The name of the story is Wilfred Gordon McDonald Partridge. I tell it with her permission. Wilfred Gordon McDonald Partridge was a little boy, and he wasn't very old either. He lived next door to an old people's home, and he knew everybody who lived there. He loved to visit the people there because he always felt welcome. He liked Mrs. Jordan. She played the organ, and sometimes she and Wilfred Gordon sang together. Mr. Hoskins was there. He was a storyteller, and he could tell scary stories. Wilfred Gordon loved that. And there was Mr. Tippett. He was crazy about cricket. And sometimes he let Wilfred Gordon swing his cricket bat. And Miss Mitchell walked with a long wooden stick. And Wilfred Gordon could run errands for her and fetch this and that, things that she wanted. Made him feel very important. Mr. Drysdale lived there. He was a very tall, big man, and he had a voice like a giant. But Wilfred Gordon's very favorite person was Miss Nancy Allison Delacourt Cooper, because she had 4 names, just like he did. He called her Miss Nancy, and he told her all his secrets. She didn't talk a lot, but she listened well. Now, one day, Wilfred Gordon heard his mother and father talking. His mother had just said, "Oh, poor Miss Nancy." "Why is Miss Nancy poor?" asked Wilfred Gordon. "Oh," his father said, "Miss Nancy has lost her memory." It's not surprising, dear. She is 96 years old. Ooh. "What's a memory?" asked Wilfred Gordon. You see, he asked a lot of questions. "Oh, dear, a memory is something that's very important." A memory is something that you do not want to lose. Wilfred Gordon decided to go next door and learn more about memory. He saw Mrs. Jordan. She was drinking a cup of tea, and he said, "Excuse me, Mrs. Jordan, what's a memory?" And she said, "Oh, a memory is something warm, my child. Something warm." "Oh, Mr. Hoskin, what's a memory?" "Oh," Mr. Hoskin said, "a memory is something from long, long ago, my lad. Something from long, long ago." "Mr. Tippett, please, what's a memory?" "Oh, a memory. A memory is something that memory can make you sad." A memory can make you sad. "Miss Mitchell, what's a memory?" "Oh, Wilfred Gordon, a memory is is something that can make you laugh, my darling. Something that can make you laugh." "Mr. Drysdale, excuse me, could you tell me what's a memory?" "Oh, a memory. A memory is something as precious as gold, young man, as precious as gold." So Wilfred Gordon went back home, and he decided to collect some things that might help Miss Nancy find her memory again. A memory is something from long, long ago. He pulled the box out from underneath his bed and picked up a shell. He had found it when he went to the beach a long time ago, last summer, with his mother and father. And he put it into a basket that he would take to Miss Nancy. A memory is something that can make you laugh. And he thought of his puppet. Put his puppet into the basket because every time he played with that, people laughed. And a memory is something that makes you sad. And he remembered his grandfather. And he was sad because he missed his grandfather. His grandfather had given him a medal from the war, and he put that in the basket. And a memory is something as precious as gold. As precious as gold. Oh, Wilfred Gordon had a yellow ball, and to him that was as precious as gold. He put that into the basket, and then he started over to the old people's house. But he forgot one thing. Memory is something that's warm. He went into the hen house. He reached underneath the brooding hen and picked up an egg. Oh, and it was still warm. He put it into the basket. And then when he went to the old people's home, there was Miss Nancy sitting on the porch. Wilfred Gordon joined her, and he handed her his memories one by one. And Miss Nancy sat there and wondered, who is this darling child? And why is he giving me such wonderful things? But then her memory started returning, and she picked up the egg, and she remembered when she was a girl, she had found four blue eggs in the nest next to her aunt's front door. She picked up the shell. And Miss Nancy remembered the time that she had gone to the beach on a train. Oh, and the sand was so very hot, she said. And she was wearing her high button shoes. She picked up the medal. And she thought of her brother who had gone to war and not returned. And then the puppet. Miss Nancy started laughing, and she told Wilfred Gordon that she had a puppet almost just like this. I played with my sister one morning with my puppet, and she had a mouthful of porridge, and she laughed so hard, it went all over the place. And then she picked up the yellow ball, and she looked at Wilfred Gordon. And she remembered the day she met him. And she bounced the ball to Wilfred Gordon. And he bounced it back. And they bounced that ball back and forth. And they smiled and smiled because Miss Nancy's memory had been found by a little boy named Wilfred Gordon McDonald Partridge, who wasn't very old.